Hi, my name is Ella. Greetings to you all watching me this minute. So, this video I want to discuss on the concept called forgiveness. So, how do you forgive people? First of all, I would tell you that this video was an impromptu one. I never planned to make a video, but I found out that there is need for that. Yeah. So, first of all, let me share a post that prompted this video. I made a post that reads in this manner: Forgive your parents. They are human too, just like they forgave you in your days of ignorance. Can you find a place in your heart to forgive them? I made that post, and actually I made that post while I was reflecting on the dismissal of a friend, a pen friend. So I'm going to briefly share the story. It's a very confidential story, but because I want this message to get to you and for you to understand that it's actually possible to forgive someone, notwithstanding whether they deserve it or not. So this friend loaned a very huge amount of money considering my financial capability. I did say that's a huge amount of money. And the most tiring thing and the most painful part of it is that that was the only money I have access to as an entrepreneur, as Ella Obans. Let me just say that word in that manner. So I told them, they knew actually. So that was the only money I had. And the money, this person can afford this money they loaned from me like 10 times over. But they were meant to pay me immediately they get to where they reside. Unfortunately, they got to their destination. I got an excuse that the network was very bad, the internet connection was very bad, so they can't make the transaction, the mobile banking immediately. I have to wait. I exercised patience. 3 days gone, I didn't get my money back, and I needed the money to run one or two things. Of course, we spend money to get money. So the money wasn't forthcoming and there was no response from this person. I sent them tons of messages. Initially, the message I sent was on the base of worry. I was worried. I was wondering what could make these people not send my money as planned. I thought maybe something must have happened to them. Maybe they got involved in an accident, or their phone got stolen or stuff like that. But on proper investigation, I realized that they have their phone intact, and nothing was actually wrong at that particular time. So I felt bad, but to the glory of God impressed it in my heart. He pressed it in my heart to let go of that money. I said, God, how? He said, just let go of it. See it as a sacrifice. Why am I sharing this? This friend of mine, she left for the world beyond. I got the news yesterday. So I was actually reflecting on her departure when I made that post. So I was like, what if I didn't forgive this lady? What if I didn't forgive her before she died? She probably would have gone to hell. You know, we don't forgive people because they deserve it. We forgive them because we need our peace of mind. Because immediately I forgo that money. Like I said, okay, God, I'm going to let go of this money. I am letting go of this money. I am not going to talk about it anymore. And a lot of money came in, a lot of opportunities, a lot of favor came in, financial favor came in. So, and I had my peace. Like I felt at peace like never before. I was no longer bothered about whether the money is coming back or it is not coming back. So why am I saying this? You know, I made this post and some people were like, how can I forgive someone who doesn't deserve my forgiveness? Some people doesn't even want to be forgiven. Some people, even while I have forgiven them, they felt like it is their right. Like I deserve to run along them, like run around them and chase them around because they have two head or whatever. So, you don't forgive people because they deserve it. You forgive them so that your sins will be forgiven. You know, in the book of Matthew chapter 6 verse 4, he said, forgive others so that your sins might be forgiven. You know, I might have not owed someone, like I might have not loaned a money from someone and maybe not pay back. I could have not done such thing, but you know, I might have done something wrong to someone without even my notice, and this person must have, or maybe might have forgiven me. You see, and imagine if I was the one dead yesterday that I got the news that this friend of mine have kicked the bucket. You know, I'm going straight to hell, no matter how good or how well I've lived my life in the course of pleasing God. And I've been praying for her since I learned about that her departure. I was telling God, please let this money she owed me not be counted for her as sin. This person is a zealous child of God. She's very intentional about people's life, helping people and all that. So I've come to realize also that while I was texting her, while I was trying to get her pay me back my money, she probably was battling with some sickness. Yes, I get so, because I wasn't able to kind of verify that aspect of the story, because that's not part of the story. The most important thing is to pray for them and console with their loved ones. So, in the book of Matthew chapter 18, verse 21, Peter asked asked Jesus, how many times should we forgive people when they wrong us? He said 70 times 7. Do you know how many that is? It's not like the whole people you've encountered in the whole world, like a single person. The number of times you should forgive Ella or Obans is 7 times 70. Do you know what that means? It is more like till I exhaust my stay on this lifetime, in this lifetime. I won't even exhaust that open check of forgiveness. What does that mean? You ought to forgive people. It doesn't matter the weight of sin, it doesn't matter the weight of wrong, it doesn't matter how they wronged you. You just owe them that forgiveness. You give it to them. They don't deserve it, just like you and I know. Most of them don't deserve it. But you ought to forgive them for the sake of your peace, and so that someone else can find a place in their hearts to forgive you. You don't forgive because they deserve it. You forgive because it's more like you are sowing a seed of forgiveness so that someone else is going to forgive you. Because believe me, if someone have a grudge over you, like someone is angry with you, they are not at peace with you, or probably you're not at peace with someone, no matter how well you've lived your life on this earth, once you get to heaven, you're going to be judged, and you are going nowhere. Like, you're not entering heaven, because the Bible made us understand that God's eyes is too holy to behold sin. He cannot take an atom of sin from us, like even a single sin. If it's found in you, you cannot go into heaven. So you forgive people for the sake of your peace of mind. It doesn't matter the weight of sin they have committed, especially your parents, your loved one. Like, it's not limited to a particular set of people. You ought to forgive everyone. It doesn't matter. I know I'm saying this. You might think I'm saying it abstractly, but I have really got offended. Like, people have really offended me, and I'm this kind of person. I'm not a saint, and I won't claim I am one, but I'm this kind of person that is very conscious of not offending people. But at the end, they get me offended. But I always wonder what could have caused them to make me feel that way, and I just let go. That's how you live a life, your life more peaceful, and you enjoy your stay in this world. And of course, you're going to make heaven. So I don't know who have offended you. I don't know who have made you so bitter that you've written them off. You've written forgiveness off your vocabulary. I want you to find a place in your heart to please forgive them. Even if it's God might have failed you. You think God have failed you. God can never fail. But you think he have failed you. You just have to come to realize that he can never fail. You forgive him so that your sins can be forgiven. Okay? So, I wrote this book, Be the CEO of Your Emotions. Indeed, I also discussed about forgiveness, why you should forgive people, and why it is very, very important. So, I hope you got blessed, and you can share this video with your friends or anyone who needs to see it. the need to forgive others. God bless you. Thank you so much for watching.